Greenpop is a South African-based non-profit initiative headed up by Misha Teasdale that is on a mission to plant trees, green communities, and empower environmental stewards across Sub Saharan Africa. With projects in 4 countries in Sub Saharan Africa, Greenpop is doing essential work around forest restoration, urban greening, and sustainable development. Greenpop have partnered with MTN Bushfire and the Kula Tree Project to host tree planting at the past few MTN Bushfire festivals.
My name is Misha Teasdale and I am the Tree EO of an organization called Greenpop. I am not a scientist or an ecologist. I did not study business or anything to do with the development space. I like to think of myself as a creative catalyst. Greenpop is based in Cape Town, South Africa. Our mission: plant trees, make communities greener, empower environmental stewards across Africa and hopefully the world. We believe in reconnecting people with the planet by getting active and not anxious about the future. We're on a mission to make greening popular and show everyone that changing the world can be really fun. I want to say a massive thanks to Bushfire and Jigs for keeping the fire burning during this challenging time. Massive respect to and appreciation for all that you've done for art and culture and development in your part of Africa. I was asked to bring some of my own fire and share it with you beautiful people. What am I all about? What are my thoughts? What's keeping my own fire burning? For too long, we as a society have been distracted or perversely incentivized to degrade our biotic systems, which are in reality our life support system. There is a significant need for a paradigm shift. In South Africa, evidence of these repercussions of degraded landscapes are made very clear from the tragic fires experienced here in 2017 and 2018. These were some of the worst fires ever recorded in this part of the world. Beyond the fires in Southern Africa, we've now experienced 3 years of back-to-back nature-based disasters. Day zero of 2017 and 2018, where Cape Town and many parts of Southern Africa almost ran completely dry of water. 2019, where Hurricane Ida wiped out communities and farmlands across Mozambique, Zambia, Malawi, and then lastly, of course, the coronavirus. Each time we've been faced with one of these existential calamities, we've struggled to wrap our heads around the root cause. Instead, we get out an exceptionally large plaster, very expensive, and we hope the issue goes away. We need to start looking at the systemic issues within these repeated signs. The signs tell us that nature is out of balance. Instead of short-term solutions, we need to approach environmental issues with a generational view in mind. According to the UN, the choices and actions with regards to how we restore and manage our collective ecosystems over the next 10 years will be the determinant of whether we survive as a common humanity or not. That means what you and I do now for the next 10 years will really be the deciding factor on whether we survive as a species. Please just let that sink in. Circling back to the coronavirus, I see one positive outcome: the potential for us to have a significant shift in the right direction. Our current global resolve to restore this huge problem on a planetary scale. Never in my entire lifetime have I seen a worldwide action to solve a single problem much like this. While I don't agree with every approach, I can appreciate the collective willpower to get the job done. If all governments, companies, and individuals were to work with a single common agenda, we would be able to move, or rather restore, mountains. That's what we need to get us on a positive trajectory that could get both humans and the planetary systems we depend on to thrive again. We need the urgency of war. We need the urgency of global pandemic. We need to apply this thinking to restoring the planet's ecosystems on a massive scale. As the world mobilizes to address this current crisis, I worry that our focus on COVID-19 has allowed humanity to become distracted from the large, looming creep of climate crisis. 6 months ago, Greta Thunberg and the youth climate movement were an everyday media occurrence. Today, nobody is talking about her, and the rest of the young people that will be picking up the proverbial mess that is left behind by climate collapse. For our path forward, I see two possible trajectories. In one, we will see a sideline of the conversations around the climate action in favor of drastic measures to restart economies. We're already seeing governments take this path. Both China and the US, two of the biggest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions, are already relaxing environmental policies, hoping that it'll stimulate the economy. I'm hoping for a second outcome, one in which collective action we're seeing today can be redirected to address the climate crisis once our current calamities have been resolved. In order for us to restore our planet and our own humanity, I believe we need to reconnect with nature. We need to do this in an inspirational and very practical sense. I believe this is possible through the magic of festivals. At Greenpop, we facilitate tree planting festivals. Some are host to over 1,000 people in attendance, planting over 10,000 trees at one event. We bring together tree planting, permaculture, mushroom workshops, natural building workshops, mural art, beekeeping, and various other hands-on sustainable and lifestyle restoration activities. The act of bringing people together in a festival-like format to facilitate restoration of landscapes can have a profound effect on restoring these communities if done with intention. The challenges we have ahead of us are of epic proportions, but there is an army of us, warriors of the light, committed to restoring even a little part of the earth. Whether it'll make a difference or not, we can't know. Perhaps it's arrogant or foolish to think we could even try. Regardless, it's worth a shot, and it's an effort that will help restore our own humanity. We need to come together and plant trees as a community. Let's give people an opportunity to create in nature and not just be observers. Let's become creators who feel a deeper sense of connection, a balance, and a harmony with our natural world. Let's have the wisdom we need to build a productive and regenerative culture. Let's make meaningful connections with the people we don't know. For as in nature, diversity really is our strength. Planting trees together solidifies a sense of collaboration we need to create strength in our community. Imagine the exhilaration you feel when you march up a hill with fellow warriors, waving flags, pounding drums, all going in the same direction, all with the same mission. At the end of the day of tree planting, with so many people and so many trees, it feels like you have literally run a marathon and you've won. Only you've all won, all together. Once you've experienced this mass tree planting, the intentional and collaborative community, your heart will open up. Your compassion dial will dial up, and you'll feel restored and ready to take on new and complex personal challenges. I believe that now, more than ever, we need to restore the earth and her people. We can't achieve one without the other. Festivals bring people together to celebrate. These origins were based on giving thanks to the natural world, to give thanks to the harvests which nature provides. The current global pandemic gives us a window into the risks we humans take in the way we are conducting our lives, our unsustainable relationship we have with our planetary systems. We can use this as an opportunity to reevaluate our approach, to change our economies, our Western consumer value systems, to survive and hopefully thrive as a humanity. We need to take these lessons and apply them in a massive way. We must build resilient communities. We must change the way we do business, the way we govern, the way we politic, the way we engage with the world around us. We need a whole system approach, central to the decisions we make and the actions we take. We are all bound to the future of our land. To find our true nature, we need to go back to it. If we don't, the climate emergency and all the natural disasters that are cumulatively kicking our asses and telling us to wake up will get the better of us. It's our choice. If we make restoration of people and planet about the celebration of nature and culture, we make the idea of this evolutionary shift more mainstream. We make it more inclusive. We make it more about our real human needs, not wants, and about nature. Thank you.
%100% of your donations will go to help Young Heroes and Bomake rural projects, which means trusted response organizations will be provided with the means to continue to help orphaned and vulnerable youth, as well as rural women artisans in Eswatini to stay safe and healthy. If you would like to share your fire and donate, please click on the link below. Thank you. Siyabonga.